Imagine, if you will, a tranquil summer night. The crickets are chirping, stars are out, and hundreds of families are asleep in their beds. Then, a single phone call shatters the peace. A panicked voice describes something impossible in the sky. Minutes later, the phones are ringing off the hook. Dozens, then hundreds, all reporting the same terrifying phenomenon. And by morning, the entire town is gone. This isn't just a story. The black rift in the sky was expanding, growing darker, swallowing the light. Residents were advised to stay indoors, though the police couldn't bring themselves to admit they couldn't even reach them. Her daughter, Erica, was talking to her father from behind a locked door. Her father, who had died 3 years prior in a car accident. This was just the beginning. Days later, on August 17th, a massive 7.9 magnitude earthquake rocked Kansas, its epicenter directly beneath Ashley. Again, epicenter beneath Ashley. Hayes police returned, only to find the glowing rift itself had vanished. The earth was flat, smooth, but when you dig into the facts, the story starts to unravel. The U.S. Geological Survey shows only one earthquake near Kansas in 1952, in April, not August. And it wasn't a 7.9. Crucially, there's no town named Ashley in Kansas on any modern or historical maps, as if nothing had ever been there. Confused, horrified, the police agreed to never speak of Ashley again. This time, the road to Ashley was open. But what the Hayes police found wasn't a town in ruins. It was an impossible void. The entire town, its houses, its people, its vegetation, had vanished. Could it have been absorbed into a larger city? Or is Ashley a corrupted name for towns like Ashland or Ash Valley? The U.S. government has a long history of classified events. So, the question remains, is the story of Ashley, Kansas a brilliantly crafted work of fiction? Or did something truly horrifying happen? Something so profound, so utterly inexplicable, that all traces of it were meticulously erased from history? Sleep tight. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've ever heard whispers of towns that simply vanished, tell me your stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the dark corners of the unknown. Replaced by a colossal, glowing rift in the earth, 900 meters long, 450 meters wide, or to complete strangers, people who had no right to be there. A gaping wound in the earth where Ashley once stood. No sign of life. No remnants. Nothing. In the following hours, over 300 calls flooded Hayes police, all from terrified parents reporting their children were talking to long-dead loved ones. And then, the next day, the true catastrophe. Over 200 children from Ashley simply vanished from their locked homes. No forced entry. No sound. Just gone. Then, the horror deepened. A call came in from a woman named Eileen Kaner. No trace. No one in Hayes saw them leave Ashley. It was as if they had simply ceased to exist. Her neighbors, the Milton family, had tried to escape in their car. They drove out of their driveway and were never seen again. This is the chilling legend of Ashley, Kansas, a small, unassuming town that, according to the whispers, vanished into thin air. At 7:30 am, the sun hadn't risen. It was still night. A permanent, unnatural twilight had descended upon the town. Some even claimed it was fire descending from the black rift itself. And then, the last, most terrifying call. 9:47 p.m. Officer Peter Welch answers. A child's voice, distorted, chilling. "Mommy, I'm here." A muffled, hysterical voice. April Foster. She tells him, they came back. All of them. Those who died and disappeared. They came back. Her dead son spoke to her. And then, Peter heard screams. Houses burning. People trapped. April hiding in a closet. And then, the sound of glass breaking. Footsteps. Closer. And then, a child's laugh A final, horrifying whisper. "Got you, Mommy." The line went dead. Desperate, Hayes police dispatched a helicopter. From the air, they should have seen the town, its houses, its streets. Instead, directly where Ashley should have been, there was nothing but an empty field. The town, it seemed, was already gone. Residents, like farmer Gabriel Jonathan, started noticing unsettling anomalies. He reported a sight so bizarre, so terrifying, it defied description. A pitch-black, terrifying opening in the heart of the sky above Ashley. Not a cloud, not a storm. A rift. A tear in reality itself. The town administrator dismissed it, thinking Gabriel was drunk. Again and again. The road to Ashley had seemingly vanished. He blamed himself, tried again. But then, the phones exploded. Dozens, then hundreds of calls, each voice trembling, each describing the exact same horrifying void in the sky. Panic set in. The small-town administration quickly realized this wasn't a joke. This was a disaster unfolding. Strange, unidentifiable noises echoing from beyond the town limits. Police Patrol Officer Alan Masani was dispatched to investigate. A straightforward drive down a familiar road. Except it wasn't. Alan drove and found himself back in Hayes. The same result. Convinced something was terribly wrong, a convoy of 7 police cars set out. And the exact same thing happened. 7 police cars, unable to reach a town just miles away. Ashley was now cut off, isolated. But things were about to get anything but simple. Then, shimmering, inexplicable lights appearing in the dead of night, only to vanish without a trace. It was unsettling, but people tried to rationalize it. Until, on August 11th, a call came in from Phoebe Danielle Visky. A place so cursed, so utterly erased, that it defies all logic and explanation. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most disturbing and debated mysteries. Our tale begins in the summer of 1952, in a quiet Kansas farming town named Ashley. Life was simple. Then, on August 30th, another massive earthquake. 7.5 magnitude. Friday, August 8th, 7:13 p.m. Gabriel Jonathan makes the call that would kickstart the nightmare. With their limited resources, Ashley's administration escalated the crisis to the larger neighboring city of Hayes. As the police struggled, the calls from Ashley grew increasingly frantic. The next morning, August 10th, calls poured in, but this time, the complaint was chillingly simple. Ashley was in complete darkness, but the nightmare was far from over. August 13th, a massive fire erupted from the south, illuminating the eternally dark town like daylight. That was the last communication from Ashley. For 12 days, they searched. Found nothing. The search was called off. So, what happened to Ashley? This entire terrifying account first appeared online in 2012 on a site called Creepypasta. It quickly spread, captivating and chilling thousands. But here's where it gets interesting. Some sources claim an antique collector possesses a birth certificate from 1934, stating the mother was born in Ashley, Kansas.